Something that's really important about learning string instruments is practicing coordination. This is a highly coordinated skill, playing a string instrument. You have to do different things complete with your right hand and left hand. The violinist Ruggiero Ricci once said to be a violin player, you have to be a tennis player with your right hand and a land surveyor with your left hand. And it's really true. You have to do this with your left hand, finger intense motion, small motions, and bow hand really is quite athletic. It is possible to play reverse hand left-handed, or rather for left-handed people to use their non-dominant hand as their bow hand. It's a little more difficult, but I do know a lot of left-handed players who are really, really good, so it just takes practice. But the coordination aspect has to happen slowly. You really have to practice like each motion and get good at each motion and then combine multiple motions. So you have to work in small chunks. And I call this chunking, or unit practice when I teach kids. So you have to be able to get each unit, each little step of it good before you connect it to the next one. So for instance, even with like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, okay, you have to first get a good tone on a single stroke. A good clean stroke, not... If you can't get a good single stroke, you're not going to get two of them in a row. So you have to practice. Here's the basic rule too. You find it, you experiment, you know what you're aiming for, and you experiment until you get it. And once you get it, you have to repeat it. If you don't repeat it, your mind might know what to do, but your body for sure doesn't know what to do, and you have to train it. So 3 times in a row is a really good game. Ooh, nope. Yeah, that was good. 3 times in a row, I centered myself, I felt it. Now I gotta do up bow too. Working pretty well. Now, the string crossing here is another move. This is a coordination move, so you have to practice getting across the strings. Stop and move. You see it? 3 times in a row. Ooh. Last one. Now, left hand. I know that's going to be my next note, so I'm preparing that note. Freeze. If you have a tape, check it. Take everything apart. Stop yourself, prepare the motion, then execute, and then repeat it. And if you do that from the very beginning, you'll learn all your essential techniques right away as cleanly as you can. Now, there's always room for improvement later, especially using techniques, feeling different kind of arm weight or coordination things in your body. Little kids especially, that just basically need to move, and that's fine. They can't conceptualize of doing complex finger motions, and even for adults that's really hard. So you'll always be improving, but that's fine. If you get it in your system to really like take your time and prepare your motions and practice in chunks, and then get your motions all linked together, you're going to be really successful, and you're going to be you'll improve really quickly, and you'll feel good about yourself too, because you'll sound great. You practice getting good sounds from simple things. You can practice joining them to get a lot of great sounds all in a row.